NFL 24 on EA Sports. And the spotlight is on Justin Herbert. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Chargers and the Broncos, and it's all up next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Denver Broncos. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin on this final day of 2023, New Year's Eve. Folks are fine-tuning their resolutions. Fitness clubs ready for that January boon. But these two teams have one more important piece of business to take care of before the calendar turns to 2024.
And I'll be one of those, trying to get it going in January, trying to get my physical fitness on. But first, we've got a game to get on here. Two teams trying to finish strong before they turn the calendar. And on the flight home, I'll be finalizing my resolution list as well.
And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So the Charger offense making its way out, and at the controls is the league's second leading passer a year ago. At 25 years of age, out of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No thrown by him, but he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. The Charles, as we've covered, they've already clinched their spot in the postseason, so now they just want to avoid adding any additional names to this list before the postseason begins.
Terrific observation, because trying to move up a spot, I don't know if it's worth it if you're trying to play guys who aren't quite right. Get them healthy, get ready for the playoffs, make your move then.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. If you look at this Bronco defense, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
Yeah, they pitched a shutout in that game, didn't they? And those don't come around all that often in the NFL. The ability to keep someone out of the end zone, and also from kicking one through the post. Well done.
Herbert off of play action. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. Here's Smith to return it. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Well, the Broncos offense gets set to go to work, and at the helm in his second season wearing orange and blue, Russell Wilson.
And similar to his nickname, Russell Wilson has a dangerous mix of skills, the ability to throw from the pocket and extend plays and throw on the run. Not to mention an absolute winner. Usually has his team in the playoffs competing for Super Bowl opportunities.
So first and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at the 34. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. A first carry for Samaje Perine. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. Play action. It's Wilson. That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
They run it with Perine on first down. Wiggles free. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The Broncos at 14-1 now on the year. And they come in on the heels of yet another victory. That ran their win streak, Charles, up to 7 now.
And I think that last win, that established them and stamped them, to me, as Super Bowl frontrunners. They're playing with extreme confidence, and you need that in order to go all the way.
Wilson's throw here caught by Mims. Touchdown, Broncos! Marvin Mims, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
Here's a 2nd and 5. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3-and-out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
Herbert on first down now. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. So the completion there, Charles, looking at this defense, certainly in for a tough task here this afternoon. What are some of the keys for them if they want to come out on top?
Well, the first thing, partner, is they just allowed a completion there.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. He was looking for Isaiah Spiller out of the backfield. And it's 3rd down. When you look at this Bronco defense, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And with the playoffs ahead, this is how you build momentum. This is how you have your defense rounding in the form. A shutout here in the late going. They're playing their best football at the exact right time.
And to the 46 he goes and no further. So he is well short of the first down marker. So 8 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. So the Broncos come back out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. What we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position number 1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. the prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
Kind of a quirk in the schedule. These two division rivals didn't see each other much of the year. Their first meeting was just a few weeks ago, back in Week 14, and it was the Broncos getting the road victory, so they'll look to take the season series now here in Denver. Now it's Wilson. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
Davis now to return it. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and it'll be Charger football here as they take over. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd and 5. Right back to Spiller on 2nd down. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. This defense for the Broncos, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And with the playoffs ahead, this is how you build momentum, because they pitched a shutout last week, and I don't care who you're playing. That's not easy to do at this level, and they're playing their best football at the right time of year.
And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the 50, here's Herbert. He's got a man, that's Keenan Allen. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Again on the ground, again it's Spiller. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. From the gun, a run by Spiller. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts us down to a 3rd and about 5.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Frank Clark has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Here's J.K. Scott set to do the punting honors. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And coming out now, the Broncos. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
They start on the ground with P-Rod. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Wilson.
Well, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
John Johnson with the INT. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Spiller will take this into the end zone for a Charger touchdown.
In as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return.
Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
The Charger drive about to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to
over the middle, and there's a diving catch. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. He's got Allen. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it second down. Again, Herbert. That's to the left sideline and incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. A Charger first there as Herbert finds Williams. They'll look to throw again. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Out of the gun, Herbert. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people and bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
To the air again, Herbert dumps it off for Spiller. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos going to get one more possession in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Clock at 20 seconds to go in the half as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. Going for the deep ball. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
On second down, here's Wilson. He'll get this one to Patrick. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Wilson. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 54 yards away. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
We'll get started out at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. This one's at the half with a score of 17-7. Isaiah Pacheco, a touchdown run in that first half. From there, we head east to the land to check on the Brownies at home at Cleveland Browns Stadium. And they were losers in their ball game as they were outplayed by the visiting New York Jets. Allen Lazard, a touchdown catch in the victory. Finally, let's get to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And things didn't go so well as it was the visiting Raiders who come in and grab the victory. Josh Jacobs, what a game. 3 touchdown runs in the victory. In the first half, we saw a strong performance out of the veteran quarterback, Russell Wilson. He connected on a touchdown pass in that first half, and that's a big part of why his guys lead at the break. These two teams making their final adjustments before coming out for the second half. And for the call, we go back out to Denver and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. This fielded right at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
P. Ryan again on second down. There's the stiff arm. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
3rd and 2, now Wilson. That is caught. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. Throwing is Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Wilson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the 3rd quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. Hands this to Spiller to start things. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front
They won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. Rashawn Slater, first-round pick in 2021, guilty there. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Right back to Spiller on 2nd down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over it.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return, and it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Pirine. And he's taken down inside the 30. That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
First down, they go back to Pirine. To about the 26 here.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Now it's Wilson. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That one good for 17 yards. And now they've got it 1st and goal.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
They'll try the right side with Pirine. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down. But if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground. And that they did that time for a loss.
Wilson. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. They've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check, and they're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one. But maybe this penalty, this pass interference call, that can help shake them loose.
Pirine will take it in. Touchdown, Denver. So he had a nice run to get him down there. He was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
Marr on for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Samaje Perine. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. L.A. set to take over again on offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Drops it underneath to Spiller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. On 1st and 10, Herbert. His throw incomplete. We saw a lot of that a week ago defensively from him. AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Just always seems to be around the football.
I like your observation there. Understands the game, understands positioning, can put himself in the right spot, and then make a play on the football.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down. And his throw here is incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what did you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that. But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
Now Herbert. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. They'll hand it to Pirine, and he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Hand off here for Pirine. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
That's a great run right there on first down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Albert Okwuegbunam. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Broncos are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. Marr now to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. The Chargers ready to take over. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. On first down, Justin Herbert. And his throw's going to be incomplete. That time trying to find Gerald Everett. And it's 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. He gets this out to Spiller. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Herbert on first down now. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And the Broncos will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
It's P. Ryan to begin the drive. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
47 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Again, here's P. Ryan. It was Sebastian Joseph who got him down defensively. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. On 2nd down, P. Ryan. He stiff arms him, able to fight through one tackle. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Trying for it with P. Ryan. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm kind of like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10. Now Pirine, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Joey Bosa, so strong, able to fight his way in there to make the play.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Here's Pirine again on 2nd down. Fights through, and now a crease through the middle of the field. And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half, the adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room.